Hello everybody and welcome back to the world of Plantboi. Today I have a reading in regards to future married life. More specifically, who your spouse is, what your careers are going to entail, who your children are, your home life, your actual home, the family life. Okay, we're gonna get everything. So, future married life. I will be showing you 3 individual options for you to choose out of, and then I will show you them all together so you can pick according to your intuition, because I am here using my intuition to help you. But I hope that you also use your own intuition to help yourself throughout the reading, because this is a general reading. This is not for anybody specific. This is for the general public. This is also a timeless reading, so whenever you find this, it shall apply. And the timestamps for this reading will be down in the description and in the comment section. I will be using the Shadowscape Tarot to read for you today. I was on a camping trip and I messed up my thumb. I have a bruised thumb. Do you see this? It will be a little struggle shuffling, but you know, just ignore the thumb. Ignore the thumb. All right, let's get to the reading. This is option number 1. Option number 1 is this piece of bark. Option number 1. Option number 2 is this beautiful rock. Option number 3 is another piece of bark, but this is like a full branch that dried up. Option number 3. Now I ask that you focus on the intention. You can close your eyes, take a deep breath, open your eyes, and pick according to your intuition. Which option is calling out to you? Which option do you feel most drawn to? Take as much time as you need. All right, let's begin. Hey, hello number 1, welcome to your reading. Let's shuffle your deck and let's see. I'm gonna have trouble shuffling because my thumb is smashed, but I think I should be good. I tried to get my smallest deck so it's easy for me to shuffle. Let's go. But future married life, let's see your spouse first to begin with. Number 1, let's see your spouse. Number 1, your spouse. Let's get some of your spouse's characteristics, who they are, what they look like, whatever it is. Your spouse seems to be very trustworthy. This is somebody who's not going to leave you behind. This is somebody who's going to help you and help uplift you in order to uplift them in the relationship. This is somebody who expects change, and when they expect change, they're going to make the change, okay? They're not just somebody that expects it to come to them. They expect change in a relationship, in life, and they make that change for themselves, okay? They do things for themselves. I feel like this person's very independent. This person knows where they're going in life, and they don't really struggle too much with the obstacles that come about. They don't struggle too much with looking at a certain path and going towards that path, or juggling multiple things at the same time, or having multiple jobs, or multiple children, multiple families perhaps. You know, it's not a big deal for them to change their life and have somebody and then move on and have somebody else. So perhaps this person you are dealing with is going to be somebody who had a previous relationship in the past and has now let go of that relationship for you. It's not like it's a third party situation or something negative or bad. This is somebody who was dealing with somebody, probably had kids, divorced, and then moved on and found you. Okay, I am feeling like this person might have children with somebody else, children in general, or responsibilities like their own home, multiple responsibilities, like they have a business and a home, or a car payment and a house payment. There's something that they have to juggle between two things, to a material thing, something in their life. But it also is tied to their like mental stability. So it's about them being able to juggle two things mentally and also in the physical realm. So it's not just something that's in their head like an emotion, it's something that is tangible and gets translated into their head. Okay, like a child, then they have to worry about the child, so then they have something to worry about, but then they also have that tangible worry. Okay, you know, or like a car, or like a home, or something they're dealing with. Maybe they're dealing with a parent or an elderly figure that they're taking care of. Okay, but again, this is not an issue for them. This is not something that is weird or complicated or disruptive to you and the relationship moving forward. This person is extremely trustworthy, has a strong foundation built. Like I said, I feel like they have multiple jobs, or just one job, or they have something that is already established. So when you come together, you can rely on them. Like perhaps they had a family to begin with, so you know that they already are taking care of this family, and you know they're able to move forward with you. Okay, there's somebody who is truthful with their intentions and where they are going in life and what they have. Okay, very true, very reliable, trustworthy. They have a very wealthy mindset. Like even if they're not wealthy materialistically, they have that wealthy mindset where as long as they're taken care of, as long as everyone is healthy and fed and going to sleep under a house, you know, they have that gratefulness. There is that gratefulness of being grateful for the little things, for the main things that keep you alive and safe in your home and in your space. Okay, for the job that they have. I feel like this is somebody who's very stable and grounded and doesn't really strive for something too much. You know, I feel like they want enough, and enough is enough for them, and they don't need to keep going and going and going to try to move forward in life. This person is mature, whether they are young at heart, whether they are younger in general, they're still mature. This is not somebody who's very playful. Like I said, they're trustworthy, but that trust comes from seeing them be mature. Like maybe you see them with their children or family, or you see them in their job or their workspace or what they're doing, their family. But it's not an immature, new type of, like, it's not a new thing that is like exciting to see. This is something that you see and you're like, oh wow, that's great, let's work with that. You know, it's something mature and established, not really new and like insightful and curious and wanting to move forward. It's already moving forward, you know. I feel like this person can be oblivious to some mental and emotional things. Like I said, they're very grounded, very focused on getting things done and having enough, but then maybe somebody wants more. Maybe there's some little owl in the corner telling him to strive for more, or some birds whispering in his ear or their ear, her ear, to move forward with something or to strive for something better. Even though they are somebody who embraces change, there's somebody who embraces change, but that change is kind of forced upon with the world around them, the material world. But you know, they're not the type of person to do things on their own mindsets or their own emotions pushing them, you know, their own mind and emotions pushing them. They're not the type of person to listen to that. They'll listen to the world around them and then move strategically based off what is happening. Okay, like this house is not working out, all right, time for change. Or this relationship is not working out, time for change. But if there's change needed within them, they'll kind of push that to the side. Like, should I do this? Should I continue to pursue my goal? Oh, there's no time to pursue my goal because I have my family or my children or my job, you know? I don't want to pursue this creative endeavor or creative whatever, okay? There's something else that's like pushing them forward to something like selfish, but something like that's within themselves passionately. Not selfish, but you know, it's like their own self, but they're so focused on the relationship, the family life and all that. So that's beautiful. I feel like this is a humble type of lifestyle. The home is very well established, but not too grand. It's not like you're living in a mansion. It's like a nice, humble home, but there's happiness in that home. I feel like there's minimal amount of children, like 2, but then there might be 2 other children in another family. Or I'm feeling like there's 2 children previously and then one of your children. Somebody might be feeling left out. Maybe they had one child previously sitting around waiting, entertaining themselves, but then there's two children that are looking for the father, or there's two children that are with the father, with this spouse, with this wife or this mother. But then there's one child or two other children that are kind of being left out. Not really left out, but you know, in your standpoint, I feel like there's 2 and 2, or 1 and 2, or 2 and 1. That's what I'm feeling. Feeling a small, humble home, but very beautiful, very nice. Okay, it's not something that's you're not enjoying. It's a very healthy home. It's a beautiful home. There's happiness there. There's nothing really going on too crazy with the financial issues. Everything is well in place. I feel like this person is a hard worker. Like they work with maybe construction, or they just build stuff, or it's like a job that doesn't have to do with creativity or like sitting behind a computer. This is a job that has to do with like labor, manual labor, and they're making good money. They even do multiple jobs, like if it's like commissions, or if like they're getting sent somewhere else to work on a different type of project, but it's the same type of field. Okay, like if they work with bathrooms, they get sent around to do bathrooms, but then they can do tile work somewhere else. Or if they work with clothing, then they do clothing somewhere else, and then they can like work with different fabrics and make different stuff. You know, I'm feeling like they do different things. They have like one main field, and then they can dip their toes into each little pond in that field, you know? There's a lot of change here. I feel like this person is very interchangeable. I feel like you and them are interchangeable together. Like you guys move and change. There's a lot of movement, and like that's why I feel like there's like the two families, like the movement between children, or the movement between communication. Yeah, a lot of people, maybe this is somebody you've had to fight for in the past, somebody that you've been striving towards and you've been successful at, and you feel confident in now. Okay, yeah, there's like that juggling between two things, but I am feeling like it's this person and the married life, you know, but everything is very grounded and grand. I love it. Very grounded and grand, very beautiful, very realistic, trustworthy. Okay, that's beautiful. So thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if that resonated with you. And until next time, the world of Plantboi. All right, number 2, hello and welcome to your reading. Let's see your future married life. Your spouse will get career involved, your home will get your children. What's going on with you, number 2? I feel like you and your spouse have a beautiful, friendly relationship. I feel like this may have started off as friends, started off as a friend group, or as associates, as somebody that you know around you, and then you started dating, and then you started becoming romantically involved. But I do feel like this is friendly in general, okay? Even if you found this person through dating, it started off very friendly, very platonic, very natural, okay? It wasn't very strongly romantic. It wasn't like forcefully romantic. It was very natural and friendly to begin with. I feel like that will continue to carry on and has carried on into the married life, okay? Into the relationship now or in the future when you're married, you know? This has led to a friendly platonic relationship where you guys can understand each other on a friendly basis rather than just a romantic relationship basis, you know? Like you can understand each other as individual humans, not just as somebody who is your lover. And I feel like a lot of this has to do with trust, okay? Like I do feel like this is not somebody who you would have to worry about like cheating or a third party. This is about trust. This is about trusting your intuition on who you are going to marry. And I feel like that is something you do very often. Like when you meet people, I feel like you know if this is somebody you're going to want to be in a romantic relationship with or want to pursue. You know whether you're dating someone and whether they have the potential to be your husband, wife, spouse. And with this person, I feel like you had that feeling and you trusted that feeling and you went with it and you kept just going with the flow and you didn't have any strong possessiveness or possessive feelings towards them, and it has led to something healthy, something real. I feel like this is somebody you have manifested, or I feel like you think of somebody all the time, or I feel like you think of a particular person, not particular person like somebody who's already here. I feel like you have an image of somebody who you want to be with, or a specific type, and I feel like you have manifested that person in the future. I feel like you are manifesting this person. I feel like this is something you trust and something you know. I feel like you're very spiritual. I feel like you trust the universe and you trust yourself. So when you're manifesting and you sit at night or you look at the sky or you're just chilling in your backyard or something and you focus on what you want when it comes to your future married life and spouse, you picture someone, you see that person, you just know who your type is, and I feel like that is going to happen. It is happening. I feel like the universe will deliver this person to you. And I feel like you know this. I feel like this is also somebody you might have met already and you already know, and you have that intuitive feeling that this is somebody for you, but it's very friendly and platonic now. But you feel like there's potential. Listen to that intuition, okay? Be friendly. Don't be too possessive, too strong with those feelings. You know what to do. You're going with the flow. I feel like this has potential. That's a very few people that are dealing with that right now. I feel like that is confirmation if you have that feeling. If this is your type, someone you've been trying to manifest and you're like, this person is perfect for me, I feel like this is going to lead to something great. As long as you keep it flowing in a friendly manner, in a very like light-hearted manner, I should say, because it still doesn't have to be friendly, but as long as it's light-hearted and fun, then they will enjoy that, okay? I feel like in general, your future spouse is lighthearted and fun. Your married life is lighthearted and fun. I feel like you guys don't argue very often. I feel like you guys have also had something in the past where you've learned to not argue or to not disappoint each other. I feel like maybe you have bonded over being hurt in the past by somebody or being cheated on, or you have a mutual relationship, a mutual understanding of relationships and what you want out of the relationship. And I feel like you guys have bonded over past relationship and past occurrences. I feel like this is not just relationships. I feel like this is family matters. Like, I feel like you've bonded with this person over maybe a bad relationship with your father or mother, or a bad relationship in your home or a family life, or whatever the relationship is. Something wasn't very correct when it comes to you and the way maybe you grew up, or the way you had relationships with people in the past. And you've always strived for this true love, this true companionship, this duo, this balance, this friendliness, this respect, okay? This mutual respect and friendliness. You strived for this. I feel like you wanted this, and this is something you look for. And I feel like this person is exactly that. They know what you've been through. You know what they've been through. You guys can relate. And I think you guys can move forward and heal from this together. I feel like you guys are very young. If you're not very young, I feel like you're very young at heart, and you guys travel. I feel like your home life is like a lot of movement in your home life. There's a lot of traveling. I feel like you guys travel a lot. I feel like you guys sightsee, or there's a lot of cultures involved. Like, you want to see different restaurants. Even if you're not traveling too far, you travel to your destinations in your city or in your home, in your state, or whatever you are. I feel like you guys travel and move a lot. And I feel like this is a deep-rooted relationship. Something real. Who likes that word soulmate? I know you guys probably love that word twin flame. This is something of the sort, okay? This is something real, something where you guys were meant to come together. Like I said, this is like a healing process for you. I feel like you've been very desperate. Not desperate, but like genuinely just desperate. Like, you've wanted this. You needed something like this. You're wondering why this has not happened yet. You're kind of upset, and I feel like all those feelings go away as soon as you meet this person, because you just know. I feel like your intuition tells you, like, it's here. Everything you've wanted, the healing that you needed. It's a lot to do with healing and balance, friendliness, maybe someone from the past coming to help heal, but that's only for a very small percentage of people. I'm feeling like this is someone new. I feel like this is a new wave that's like washing over you, washing over the old, washing over all the trauma, unhealed issues within you, and how you feel towards people and love and relationships. I feel like this person brings a new light, a new passion. It's like learning a new instrument. You're very excited to play it. The sounds are so new to you. The frequencies feel so good. It's not something you're used to. It's something new. But your intuition is just like roaring because you know it's meant for you. You know this is exactly what you wanted. You feel so good playing this instrument. This is how I feel like your married life is. I feel like a lot of your jobs are also creative based and probably have to do with a lot of movement. I feel like you guys have to travel for your job, or this person might be like in the military, so you're traveling with them, or you guys just are nomads and just like to travel and have a van and you guys just go move from place to place. Maybe you guys just do Airbnb, or you guys like backpacking or tent camping, or you're just doing something with movement and creativity, and it's not like a given space and you have a job and you guys are just staying in your little farm, like live there forever and live off the land. No, I feel like you guys are meeting people, moving, showing people what you've created. I feel like you, maybe if it's music, you're touring the world with this person, and this person is probably something that is like close to the nature of music. Maybe they're your photographer, maybe they're your producer, or if it's not music, the field of music, it's another creative field, dancing, and then they're your choreographer or something like that. I feel like you guys do things together, or you're just moving together. If it's not creative, then the relationship itself feels creative. Like you guys can always create something new and you guys are always moving around. I feel like there's not a lot of children involved. I feel like you guys choose not to have children. And those who do want children, I feel like are going to have a lot of children. I feel like are going to be establishing like their own little civilization, like their own piece of land where they have so many children that are just carrying on their legacy. Like I said, maybe you're a musician. You had like a single life, your musician life, you're touring, you're exploring, you're traveling. Now you want to have a bunch of children, settle down with all your money, and give this legacy to all your children. I'm feeling like that type of energy, okay? Like you're enjoying the young, new relationship, the beginning of the relationship, enjoying that with traveling, with passion, with sex, and love, and travel. A lot of traveling. And if it's not traveling, it's just like your mind feels like you're learning new things with this person. You're going new places, even though they're not too far. And it's just exciting. It's that excitement that comes with traveling, okay? I feel like maybe there's 3 children that all get along. You see, like she got 3 little bears. We got the 3 of cups. But I'm feeling like it's a new single type of relationship. But then moving on, I feel like you're going to have a grander, bigger family, okay? But if you don't want a bigger family, I'm feeling like 3 children is the number. 3 to 2. I also feel like you're making a lot of money and this person is joining you, or they're making a lot of money and you're joining them. So a very small amount of people. I feel like the traveling has to do with one person making a lot of money and you're following them, or you're making the money. You know, it's either them or you. But it's not something that is like mooching off of somebody, or like sugar daddy type of stuff, or sugar mama type of stuff. This is like they're helping you. You guys see this creative endeavor and this is something you work with together, but one person is like the spotlight, like the star, okay? That's what I'm feeling. But other than that, it's very mutual, you know, all the other stuff. That was just something I got at the end. At the end of the day, I feel like you guys are working together. It's like a mutual relationship, working together towards something, movement towards something together, like a creative thing. I also feel like you get your children involved. You get your children involved and you're pushing them towards that. Like it's a whole family business type thing, a whole family legacy. I love it. I also feel like your children are going to be great. I feel like you're pushing your children to be great, and your children are going to keep you alive through your legacy, through their legacy, and it just keeps piling on. And I feel like there's something great with this family. It's amazing. You're raising your children to be just as amazing as you and your spouse. I love that. So thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if that resonated with you. And until next time, the world of Plantboi. All right, hello, number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's shuffle your deck and see what your future married life is going to be like. Now we will get your spouse, jobs involved, your home life, and your children. So let's see what's going on with you, number 3. There's a lot of learning to have been done with this person, and there's a lot of learning that is going to be done throughout your marriage. I feel like this is very passionate. I feel like this is like kind of like a frustrated passion. I feel like there's some type of like anger there. There's some type of, it's like a need for change, like a challenge, like a disruption. But I feel like this is you. I feel like this is before. I feel like this is not this person creating this within you. I feel like this is you. I feel like you are somebody who is passionate and somebody who is maybe anxious inside, but not really like an anxious in your head, but like a passionate anxious, like you always want to move. You feel like if you're sitting down, then you're not really doing much with your life. So you want to keep moving. You want to do something influential with your life. And even if it's not influential, it's for your own influence. You know, it's not influencing the world, it's influencing yourself and who you are and who you are supposed to be. You know, you don't want to be somebody who is not passionate. You don't want to be somebody who is not challenging, okay? I feel like you like to challenge yourself, and in the future, I feel like your spouse will challenge you, and I feel like you like this. I feel like you're the type of person who enjoys challenges. But again, this is not a negative challenge. This is not something that is changing you and your emotions. This is something that is changing the way you view a routine, the way you view your life, the way you view a relationship. It's changing the way you move, the way you speak when it comes to relationships, and it's changing the way you love. Like I said, you don't really like to be stationary. I feel like this person isn't somebody who's going to be boring. This person is going to be exciting, but it's also not going to be too much. Like, it's not going to be too frustrating or angry. It's not going to be those negative feelings with this challenge. It's going to be exciting, you know, like an exciting challenge, a new challenge, something that's pushing you. You know, even though you're in pain and sore, you know this is good for you. You know it feels good because you're pushing yourself towards success. It's not about waiting around for something to come to you. It's about moving forward and making things happen for yourself. And I feel like this marriage has to do a lot with that. I feel like you guys maybe will have a combative marriage, like arguments and a lot of disputes, a lot of like disagreements, but you guys come together to have a conversation about it. It's like, it's not a bad argument. It's like an argument, like a debate, okay? It's like understanding where each person's coming from, why they are saying these things, why they stand by these opinions, why they think of you this way, or why they want you to do something. I feel like this person can be complicated. I feel like this person can be very complicated, and a lot of people don't understand them. I feel like you understand them a lot because of the way you feel and the way you see and perceive the world. I feel like you're just an exciting person and you have a different way of viewing the world, and they see that as unique. But it's more about you guys coming together to just be together. It's not about, oh, they see the world like me, perfect. It's more about, wow, you get it? You get it? Like, let's keep talking. You know, it's something like that. It's not just coming together because you guys match each other's energy. It's about finding someone who hasn't understood you, and finally someone has, because you enjoy that understanding. Not a pressured feeling of coming together just because you have so much in common. It's just a natural instinct of wanting to be together because you guys have so much in common, you know? It's not very intellectual thinking, it's very passionately feeling, okay? That's what this relationship is based off, passion and feeling. I feel like this person may also be somebody who is not very financially stable, somebody who is not very emotionally stable. Like, they can be very complicated, but this is somebody who learns and is always trying to move forward, somebody who is trying to balance things, even though they can't, even though they might be feeling overwhelmed, even though they're complicated and having things going on in their mind and in their heart, they're still going to try their best. They're still going to try to find a job, you know, they're still going to try to make money for you. It's not like they're lazy, it's just they're complicated. There's a lot going on. Maybe they're striving for a creative endeavor, and that creative endeavor has not created a lot of money for them, but this is something that they're moving towards. So that's why I'm saying they're not really lazy. It's about just a challenge. It's about not having a lot of financial stability, but having a lot of mutual stability with each other. Understanding each other. I feel like you guys need to understand each other. I feel like the main issue in the future with your married life is not understanding or arguing. This eventually turns into something great. This turns into manifesting that mutual relationship, manifesting the money that they've always wanted. Like I said, they're not lazy. They've always wanted to move forward towards this passion, towards this relationship, towards this stability, towards money. And them moving forward, them constantly moving towards that is going to attract that to them. It's just something that is starting off small and is going to grow into something great. Like I said, I don't want you guys to get discouraged because maybe they don't have the best job at first, or maybe they're not financially stable, or maybe they seem a little complicated, but I feel like that is naturally attracting to you because it's something new and challenging, something exciting. It's not something boring and stable. It's something that can keep you moving and thinking and going because they respect you and they have passion and love for you. And I think that's what you want. Passion, love, and respect. And I feel like they give you that, and excitement. It's just about understanding each other's emotions and being there for each other. I feel like you guys both have that strong fuel. So as long as like there's a little flame, then you guys can just burst into huge fires and like kind of overwhelm each other. But then once that flame comes down, you guys can understand why this happened, okay? At least coming together to talk about things afterwards. Look at this. Like at the end of the day, you guys come together. There's that attraction, friendliness. There's that appeal, that friendly appeal, that want, that desire, that touch, that love. It's exciting and new, okay? It's like a new excitement. But it keeps carrying on to the marriage. Again, this is like starting off complicated, but the marriage, once you guys get married and once you guys have your established jobs and that everything is going great, this is a whole new wave. I feel like a whole new wave of finances, a whole new wave of feelings for each other, a whole new wave of new love coming. I feel like you guys have different stages. Like right now it might be, you know, like the beginning of the relationship, it's new love, but then once you get married, that's like the real start of the new love. I feel like the marriage is the real new start for you two, having a whole new reset. I feel like this is a time where you guys get new jobs. Maybe this is a time where you have children, but I'm not sensing a lot of children. I'm sensing a lot of companionship between two, figuring out things between two, moving forward with two. I'm not sensing people around or a group of children or a small influence of younger minds that you guys are trying to, you know, take care of. It's a lot of attachment with two, attachment with each other, sex, passion, love, anger, but not like a bad anger, like lust and like frustration. But then that frustration turns into love and passion and sex. It's like a whole thing going on with you guys. Not very toxic, but it can turn into something toxic. That's why I was talking about understanding, and as long as you guys come together at the end of the day to understand each other and talk and know that you guys are one with each other, come together as one, that's beautiful. I love it. Again, there's not a lot of stability with this individual spouse. There's not a lot of monetary value with this individual spouse, but there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of sex, a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of support for the future and your type of future. I feel like this person supports you and has it's like a key. I feel like it's like a key. You have the lock and you need their key for that type of support. I feel like you've gotten a lot of support from people in the past, but it's not the same support that they give you. It's not that same type of communication that they give you. I feel like maybe even relationships in the past have not given you that same type of love, and this is like a key that unlocks the type of love you want, that unlocks the type of support you need, the type of relationship you need and want and desire. That's what I'm feeling with you too. But not a lot of monetary value. I feel like you guys come together to create that relationship and that stability in the future, but that stability is not there in the beginning. It's being created together. I love that. That's beautiful. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe if that resonated with you. And until next time, the world of Plantboi.